All right. Start watching some of these good videos here. Start looking at Throne and Liberty. Their MMO is possibly coming out very soon, and we're gonna try out and play. Now this is gonna be a Korean MMO, but regardless, it's gonna be really good. I feel.
Options at the maximum settings in 4K for Throne and Liberty, the upcoming MMORPG with a massive seamless open world and massive scale PvPvE. This is an MMO that we're keeping our eyes on and we're very excited to try it. There's currently a pre-character creation event going on for the Korean release, and we wanted to show it to you guys so you can see all of the options.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing is that this game will be releasing, I believe, December 7th. So Korean people in Korea can create their character, whatnot, and that's pretty cool. The only bad thing is, people in the U.S. and other places gonna have to wait for this to work for them. Unless, of course, they use other methods. They can possibly do that as well. But yeah, dive into this video.
Because there's a lot of sliders and this is all in 4K, so enjoy.
Looks pretty nice so far. I'm liking how this is all coming about. But yeah, I guess if you did a VPN, oh, if I did that, I could possibly. But I think you need like a Korean phone number in order to do it. I don't know. There's ways, I guess, around it.
실라베스의 별. 그것은 파괴의 여신 실라베스를 가두었던 봉인석이라 전해진다. 파괴의 마력이 깃든 별은 부서져 세상에 뿌려졌고 별 조각을 지니고 태어난 이들은 별을 품은 아이라 불렸다. 1192년 전란의 시대 아키움 군단장 카자르는 별 조각의 힘을 전쟁의 도구로 사용하기 위해 마법사 얀 주니언이 별을 품은 아이들을 숨기고 있던 외딴 섬으로
Try to sign up for this test. So far, it looks pretty good for cinematic trailer and all that. Yeah. Stopping everybody. Ooh. Got people with like magic, zombie-like soldiers. Oh, that's good. You get to pick the gender. Your girl. Obviously, customize gender. Pretty nice. All these presets here for you. Too lazy to do it yourself. Like they're bad at all. You can get some really good. It's like Black Desert with the customization. Pretty nice. Oh yeah. Oh nice. Yeah, I signed up. So I signed up for a few different games. I signed up to test this game. I signed up to test Hack Die. I signed up to test Paris Land. So a few different MMOs that I did sign up to test. So we're definitely gonna be looking at different MMOs, probably other ones that we haven't even touched yet. Yeah, it seems like so far so good with the customization. Pretty damn spot on. A lot that you can do. Um, Obviously like the hair, right? The nose, ears. So if you want to have like some elf ears. Obviously the hairstyles are very nice. Looks like they have a lot of different customization for every race. Um, so very authentic. Not just like either your 5 hairstyles for the same, like, you know, like they actually have hairstyles that fit the culture. That you could, you know, if you want to make a Spanish girl, you know, you want to make Asian girl, white, black, whatever you want to do, like the options are very, very limitless. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, you can short hair, you know, short hairstyle, girls. Don't be bald, short, long, braided. You're gonna have an afro. Oh, you can be old. Look at that. Those wrinkles. Hell. Be an old. You could be an old character in this game. That's something that's fun, you know. Especially if you get to like the RP of the MMO side. You want to be like the old guy, you know. I'm the old guy. Oh wow. You can just completely just change genders now. Wow. I don't know. I love the detail of character selection. Like everything about it, it just seems like. I'm not gonna lie, I think this beats Black Desert when it comes to character design. I mean, I'm not sure how much crazier, because you know, like if they can, you can change the face and stuff and the body types. Right now, we're just looking at just kind of like their faces and stuff. Because obviously, you can go really into design and kind of like, oh look all the things you kind of do. Oh, you can put scars. Look at that, real scars on your face. Really good scars. Really nice hairstyles, like I said. Ooh, freckles. I don't know why, but everything just looks well done. Yeah. Like I said, you just make your character however you want to make them. I'm pretty sure, like I said, you're gonna be probably here for years on this character selection. I mean, I know I am. I'm gonna be sitting here for, you know, 1,000 years to get the perfect character. and make them look just like me. And I'm gonna make a few different characters, obviously. And make one character that looks just like me. I'll be different, a couple of different other guy characters that's different looking, you know. I mean, I could do like, funny to say it, but I could do that. I could do like a younger version of myself, like a kid version, and then I can make adult version and then an older version. Like this is kid Fable, um, adult Fable, and this is the old Fable. And then that would be the three right there, and then go from there. And then obviously, if I want to do some girls, I could just do some girls. Coming up with a good girl name, what's gonna be? I mean, maybe not. We'll see. I don't know if I want to. Oh, it's about to be done. All right. Okay, there we go. I kind of want to get in. I want to kind of like dive into this character creator. But I'll let the kind of see like all the things you can do. You can put tattoos, markings, everything. That's pretty cool. All right, so you got to see a little taste of all that. That's pretty nice. I like that. Okay, yeah. Obviously, you can change all that good stuff. What about the body? That's what you do. Oh, we can change the jaw, cheekbone, bone structure, all that's right there. So obviously, that's all that you can customize. Chair appearance, cool. Easy face maker, designer preset, randomized appearance, change body type. So there is a body type you can obviously fix up. Yeah, see wrinkles, freckles, and spot type, claws, colors, all this stuff right here. Wow, look at that. Hey, just like Black Desert. But obviously, it's gonna be a newer game, so it's gonna. Like I said, I need to start fresh on a new MMO where everybody on the same playing field. And I heard that this might be the best MMO, at least for Korean side, that we might be able to kind of play almost side by side, or at least be able to catch up in a reasonable way, without it being like too drastic, where it's like Lost Ark or something, where you're like years behind. I want to feel like I'm right there, you know, even if it's like a week or two behind. I'd rather be right there than just be eons behind and just feel like I'm never gonna catch up. You know what I mean? Just never really feeling like we're on the same field, you know. Even though if we're different servers, you know, I feel like it should come a day where there should be like a universal server that everyone can join from any region. I know the lag will be crazy for certain people, but at least give the chance to people to like connect to it, you know. You could even put it like you can divide certain regions, right? Because obviously, you know, you can make one universal one, but that one's gonna be so beast that like it's gonna have to be able to allow everyone to connect to it without messing up their frames and all that, and their ping and everything, because that's what it all comes down to. Yeah, so it seems like you can do a lot with the character stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I can see that there's a lot of things going on here. Um, with that, I really want to see the body type, but I don't think he's gonna cover that. But at least you can kind of see all the various different things you do. Ooh, all the different hair options and stuff. That's kind of cute, dude. Big toes up. Alien, elf, sorry, alien, elf girl. Yeah. Alright, so body types. Go to body types. That's what I really want to know. Alright, yeah, so you can make them tall. Okay, cool. You can make them slim. Make them short. Make them bulky. Alright, cool. So that's your little preset. Have to like do all that, you know. Test lower body, everything. But you can do it manually, I guess, if you wanted to. Kind of set you wherever you want to be at. Good. Okay, I meant the body type is like this small compared to like the rest of whatever. You know, like, the face would seem to be so important. Like I get the face needs to be important, but I mean the body's like whatever, right? But it adds something to the appeal of your character, whether your character's bulky or slim, tall, short. It kind of adds to that factor. If you could be a dwarf versus a giant, you know, it's a difference, right? So that's all I was trying to like look at. But yeah, it seems like there's some things you can do. I don't know if you can get too crazy with the customization, not like you know, you obviously avoid the chest and the arms for some reason. Probably just because there's things that you can't show, you know. There is some nudity or whatever. Regardless, we're gonna have to find that out for ourselves. Obviously, there's other character videos that we can probably check out. Now, Asmongold did kind of react to this, so I do want to see what he had to say about it because that's important, right?
Launching in Korea. They got rid of all of the astral hunting, which was the autoplay. There is no more autoplay in the game at all. They've changed the way leveling works. They have redone all of the combat. They have changed fucking everything. And we're going to see exactly what they've got to show for it.
All right. The launch and showcase. I never got to see it. Get a react in this.
안녕하세요. TL 캠프 PD 안종욱입니다.
All right.
여러분은 지금
Enjoy this.
프론 앤 리버티의 세상에 도착하셨습니다. 이 세상은 크고 유기적으로 연결돼 있으며
As I said before, the world of the game looks great. Like, if this game came out in West, I would be like, okay, I'll play it. Sure. Absolutely, I'd want to play it. When does it come out in the West? Because I'm not going to play in Korea. I don't want to play in Korea. I think it's next year. Yeah. Because didn't Amazon delay Blue Protocol for this to release this year, and it just ended up not happening?
무한합니다.
Infinite what? Oh, there's the whale.
Next year? That's not good.
PC로
But I want to test it out at
연결된
least.
세상.
Let me test the game
그
out.
월드를 한마디로 표현하는 문장입니다.
I would spend incredible amount of money if I really enjoy this game. That's all I gotta say.
Believes that PC MMORPG shouldn't be a world with a set story. Okay, so they didn't invest a lot of money into voice acting or cinematics.
정해진 스토리가 아닌 자신만의 이야기를 만들어갈 수 있는
So don't expect to be a good
Okay.
narrative story, basically. If you're really into the whole horizontal gameplay and story and all that, don't expect the best voice actors in the world to come out, even though the story looks rich, right, with all the graphics. So don't get your hopes up. I guess that's the big thing right there. Expect voice acting to semi trash, and might be some good ones, obviously, but they probably didn't put a lot of attention.
우리는 TL의 플레이어들이
Great thrown in the
숙제처럼
story,
우리의
okay.
세상을
So it's
복습하기보다
a sandbox type
스스로
game.
무한의 이야기를
Sandbox,
창조해내길 기대하고
which, you know, Sandbox is really good for those that love Sandbox. We all know that Sandbox is really good because it doesn't really force you into the vertical progression. You know, you can pretty much stay horizontal as much as you like, and you know, you can progress vertically. And it allows you to catch up, you know, with the regular content and without feeling like left behind or whatever. and feeling like, oh, I need to do dailies all the time in order to even keep up, right? Um, no, like these games is really good because it allows people that may not have 12 hours to 16 hours a day to play video games, um, regardless of whether it's their job or not. Whether you have a wife, husband, significant other, and kids and all that. It's gonna get in the way. And that's this comments right here is like it's really big right here, right? Not releasing the MMOs at the same in all countries is such a mistake. I feel like that's a big one to take home. I remember back in the day, like whenever Japan released games, like they knew how important it was to get the game out, to the US as soon as possible. And I felt like they did a better job back then of releasing games with the public on time than nowadays. I mean, a few things probably like even like anime now, like even anime manga. Like if you want to watch like the latest manga of your favorite anime, whatever, it releases the same time in America as it does in Japan. For the most part, like I know back then it used to be really bad where America wouldn't be able to get the last manga until like it was already done, and it was already like a year in within already over in Japan within a year. So like that was bad, but I think it's getting better with that. But I feel like all MMOs should release at the same time, just because it'll give you that the sense of like, oh, we're all together here and we're all playing at the same time, and we can kind of like casually compete, right? Like, oh, look, I got this, I got that, but we're all having fun, right? It's just casual competition.
You're on assignment. Okay. And by the way, my opinion on that is that I think that you should have like a narrative for the world, but like I don't think like the player should be able to create their own. Like I don't like in retail WoW. Like you can make the player being the main character of the story really good because like Final Fantasy does that, but that's not really what I prefer. I prefer to where you can create your own narrative. Like I am very much a soft RPer, if that makes sense. Where like I don't really roleplay as if I'm the character, but the character is like the representation of me inside of the game.
우리가 만들고 싶은 PC
Exactly.
MMORPG다운 세상입니다.
Like you want to
Type in Joe.
have your own
그래서
character in the
우리가
game,
월드에
the
구현한
representation of
것은
yourself. That's what I'm gonna do
원칙성입니다.
with
TL의 날씨는
myself.
그저 연출적인 요소가 아니라 플레이에 직간접적인 영향을 끼칩니다.
Yeah, the weather effects are really cool.
예를 들면 이런 식입니다.
What do you even know about that?
대치한 상황을 가정해 보겠습니다. 일반적인 형태라면 진입로에서
Wow.
격전이 벌어지겠지만
Yep.
만약 비가 온다면
Was it
우리는
raining?
새로운 지형을 통해 우회
And you can change the weather, I believe. There's like some sort of like way to do that.
전략을 펼칠 수 있습니다.
Wow.
혹은 바람이 강하게 분다면 비행거리 증가를 이용해
I think it's silly that everybody can turn into a bird.
높은 지형에서 침투할 수
I
있습니다.
think it's
고지대의 우위를 점해 원거리 위주로 전투를 유리하게 풀어내는 방법도 있죠.
There's a lot of PvP.
일식이 일어났을
By the way, can you play Warcraft Rumble on PC?
때 우리는 몸을 숨기고 적진 한 가운데까지 잠입하는 기회를 얻을지도 모릅니다. 자신이 마주한 월드의 모습에 따라 전혀 다른 플레이를 선택할 수 있는 겁니다.
Based on the world, okay.
더 나아가 월드의 원리에 통달한 유저는 직접 환경을 조종해 전투를
Warcraft Rumble, right? What the fuck is that?
즉 변칙성을 응용하는 것을 넘어 스스로 월드의 변수
Okay,
그
cool.
자체가 될 수 있는 거죠.
That's awesome.
꼭 누군가와 다투고 싸우지 않더라도 TL의 세상 속에서는 예상치 못한 인카운터 상황이 발생하기도 합니다.
What's the red thing?
갑작스러운 시공의 균열 속에서 보물을 집어들 수도 있고 곤란에 처한 누군가를 돕거나 어느 성벽에 부서진
I think what they really need to show is more of the combat because like the combat looked really good and then we actually saw the gameplay of the combat and it was awful.
꼭대기에서 날아다니는 고래를 조우할 수도 있죠.
That's what I want to see.
운이 좋다면 고래 등에 올라타 이 아름다운 월드를 넉넉히 바라볼 수도 있습니다.
Wait, someone's a
That's
horse.
pretty
어쩌면
badass.
바다 건너 미지의 땅에 여러분을 내려줄지도 모릅니다.
Yeah, that is really cool. I like that.
기후와 시간의 변화는 월드를 즐기는 또 다른 재미가 되기도 합니다. 우리는 날씨에 따라 변화하는 식생을 관찰할 수도 있습니다.
Those are changing
밤의
flows.
끝에서 마주하는
Everything
아침의
about this is
시작을
pretty
감상할 수도 있죠.
pretty cool
Yeah,
so
this
far.
is one thing that New World does really well is that the game just looks really good.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
visually very appealing to look at.
I agree.
퀘스트의 경로를 벗어나게 만드는 낭만 어린 변수들입니다.
Everything looks amazing.
It's not about looking good,
물론
but it matters.
변칙성으로 가득한
It
월드에도
definitely matters.
규칙은 필요합니다.
You have to look good first before you can actually be played.
규칙적인 이벤트의 배열로
If you don't look good,
빼곡히 정돈되어
no one's gonna want to play you.
Okay.
But at least if you look good, they'll at least try you. And if they enjoy it, they'll keep playing.
그리고 특수한 재료 아이템을 드랍하는
If it looks like shit,
규칙적인 스케줄
Smells like shit.
Stark.
not gonna pick it up.
이벤트에 대한 정보는 모두에게 공평하게
Okay.
It's like
전파됩니다.
Monster World almost. You gotta give me a Monster World kind of feel with that.
밤으로 구성된 게임 속 하루는
I like
실생활의
BDO.
24시간 순환과 완전히 분리되기
Yeah,
때문에
BDO. I was gonna say that.
플레이어가 항상 같은 시간대에 접속하더라도
Like a
늘
BDO
다른
kind of
게임 속
world.
환경을 마주하게
Exactly
합니다.
like that.
플레이어의 응용을 유도하는
Everything here you could say about BDO. This is basically BDO.
변칙성 그리고 플레이어의 계획을 가능케 하는 규칙성 규칙 안에서
Tab.
변칙이 일어날 때
Hey,
생기는
BDO.
생동감이 바로
We already have
우리
BDO
문화의
though. It's a new BDO. Alright, you sons of bitch. I'm saying people think the BDO blind.
무대에 대해 소개했으니 본격
I will say that, like, again, visually, I think the game looks great. This looks awesome. I would play this.
Yes. There you go.
적으로 플레이를 시작해 보겠습니다.
That's what get you sucked in.
제
How it
캐릭터입니다.
looks.
제
It
취향을
looks
잔뜩
amazing.
반영한 상남자의 비주얼입니다.
People are gonna try it.
저는 묵직한
But the
중간
gameplay
좋아하기
is
때문에
what's gonna determine
장검을
whether
들겠습니다.
they stay.
이렇게 보면 제
Wow, look at the
캐릭터의 직업이
weapons. They look
전사나
sexy.
기사라 생각하실 수도 있겠지만
Get two swords right
TL에서는
there.
클래스가 없이
Staff,
모든 무기를 자유자재로 사용할 수
longsword,
Those are kinda like
longbow.
where, like, the weapon you use is, like, based off of what you're doing. Seems like the weapons, yeah, I don't know what this is.
있습니다. 어떤 스탯을 올려도 무기 공격력은 동일하게 상승하기에 부담이 없습니다. 내가 어떤 무기를
Weapons or skills,
장착하는지에 따라 캐릭터는 검사에서 마법사, 궁수,
Really? I'm being a sword master then.
우리는 캐릭터의 역할에 한계를 두고 싶지
So
않아
there's, like, basically, it's pretty much classless then.
Oh.
플레이어들이 여러 무기를 사용하면서
Yeah.
본인의 스타일을 찾아가길 바랍니다.
That's actually pretty epic. Well, then I guess I'm doing sword,
자, 그럼
magic,
점검을 들고 필드로 나가보겠습니다.
maybe healing.
This
Yeah,
is what
definitely
fucking
healing.
matters right here. If the combat sucks, the game sucks.
Yep.
Here we go.
There you go.
It all comes down to this.
There you go.
멀리 있는 적을
What?
끌어올리나
Go!
괜찮을 수 있습니다.
Oh. Oh, oh.
실성이 강한
oh,
스킬 배합입니다.
Okay.
하지만 아직
잠깐만,
사냥터에 비해 유지력면에서
어?
부족함이 느껴지네요. 이럴 땐 이렇게
Show me something else.
마법봉으로 교체해
Show me
적에게
something else.
보여주겠습니다.
Give me. Oh, magic.
한결 편한 사냥이 강해졌죠.
Ooh.
Decent.
이것이 클래스
A little buff there.
TL 전투의 핵심 무기 조합.
I mean, it's not too flashy or anything like that. That's the only problem.
무기를
To
동시에
do with the more
We
flashiness.
haven't seen him move around while attacking. That makes me very concerned.
장착할 수 있으며 각 무기별 스킬 발현에 전혀 딜레이가 없습니다.
It makes me very
어떤
concerned.
무기를 조합하느냐에
Yeah, like
따라
actually moving around.
자신만의 컨비네이션을 만들어낼 수 있죠. 예를 들어보죠.
The question is, it just a
PVP 상황에서
standing?
내가 우위를 점했더니
Like, are you just gonna be standing there the whole time?
이럴 땐 장궁의 속박으로
Yeah.
적의 도주를 막
You see what I'm saying? Like every combat thing is just them showing the player standing still executing a rotation.
단일 딜이 강한 양손검으로 마무리하는 그림이 나올 수도 있습니다.
Could be like a RuneScape kind of thing where they lock on target, and they just attack
이동을 사용해서 거리를
without you really moving
단검의
or having to dodge or
적의 이동
parry or
속도를
anything like
저하시키는
that. They might be
것도
dodging and
방법이고,
parrying, but
TL의 고유
it's still gonna be
전투 시스템은
stationary.
각자 분명한 컨셉을 가지고 있는 일곱 가지
7
무기가
weapons,
있기에
okay.
빛을 발합니다.
Ooh,
So
7.
yeah, it's basically gonna be like kind of like New World in a way.
Sword and shield, yeah.
적들의 공격을 유도하는 탱커.
Wait, what was that?
방패로 자신과
Protect yourself and allies and draw an enemy with a sword and shield. A tank.
장검 그리고
Oh, I'm
I
never
couldn't
gonna be a
tell
tank.
what that was.
강력한 한방과 기동성 좋은 이동.
Oh, the great sword, mobile melee
I
damage. I
think
can
like
flicker
it's
damage. I'm trying with the
obviously
great
going
sword.
to be like, you know, sword and shield, big sword, arrows, a bow, daggers, maybe like a staff for fighting. Like, you know, it's obviously mage stuff. Yeah, I mean, come on.
딜러,
I get it.
양손검. 은신과
Yeah, it's pretty good with the way certain things are.
So, like, again, that's like a good example, right?
근거리 딜러, 양손검.
So like watch. So like as soon as he actually begins combat, his character stops moving.
상태 이상 공격에 능한 킬러.
You see what I'm saying?
단검.
Like he runs up to him and then he begins combat, but then he stops moving.
Oh wait, yeah.
높은 원거리 딜러.
He's moving around with the guns.
초장거리 공격으로 안정적인 딜러.
The arrows are moving around a little bit.
장구.
That looked pretty good. Okay. All right. She moved.
Yeah.
There's the movement.
초장거리 공격으로 안정적인
See?
딜링이 가능한 장구.
And it shows that you can also cast abilities and not just auto attacks while moving. However, what does it look like for melee?
다수의 적에게 강력한 폭딜을 구사하는 마법 딜러. 지팡이. 아군이 전투에서 오랜 시간 버틸 수 있도록 돕는
That's
서포터.
Like the
마법과
magic stuff, yeah.
마력서. 이런 무기의 특성을 조합해 이론상 21개의
unique
독자적인
classes?
클래스를 만들 수
Wow.
있고 스킬 간 연계를 통해 자신의 전투 메커니즘을 직접
Look at that.
디자인하는 재미를 느끼게 합니다. 게임에 대한
I mean, I think like yeah, there's theoretically 21, but like it's the same thing like in New World where a lot of people, yeah, this is decent. Yeah, this is actually good. A lot of like most people in New World play like probably a handful of different builds. It's not like you see a lot of people using Greatsword Iced Gauntlet, for example.
이해가 깊은 분들이라면 눈치채셨겠지만 클래스 시스템과 무기 조합은
Hour long.
모두 여러
Cool.
무기를
That was
사용하는
cool.
걸 유도하기
Okay.
위한
Decent
목적입니다.
enough.
상황에 따라 무기와 조합을 갖추면
Okay.
갖출수록 전투에서 우위를 차지할 수 있습니다. 필연적으로 무기 성장에 있어 플레이어의 고충이 생길 수 있습니다.
So weapon growth, okay.
이런 문제를 해결하기 위해 우리는
A safe
안전한
enchant
강화 시스템을
system.
마련했습니다.
Okay, so is this honing instead of BDO? Safe enchant system. This implies that they're talking about it in the context of BDO.
여러분은 성장하기 위해 무기와 스킬을 강화해야 하지만 여러분은
Okay, so this is the weapon damage. 30%. So there is some form of, it basically has honing. How does this work?
성장하기 위해 무기와 스킬을 강화해야 하지만
Well, actually, maybe not, because this percentage moved up. I think actually this percentage refers to like this circle and not a percentage of it occurring. Yeah, they're like
그
stages.
과정에서 실패란 개념은 없습니다. 모든 강화는
Wait.
하지만
You must enchant your weapons, but there will be no such thing as failure.
그 과정에서 실패란 개념은 없습니다. 모든
All enchantments are cumulative, and the weapon will never drop, nor will cause your weapon to break.
강화는 누적되며 강화 수치가 하락하거나 파손되는
Okay.
경우는 존재하지 않습니다. 여기에 무기의 교체와 교환이 자유롭게 발생할 수
Exchange
있도록
weapons
동일
freely.
등급 장비의 강화 레벨을 그대로 이전할 수 있는 전승
Oh
시
wow! So you can just like swap it over from like one weapon to another. I mean, am I like the only person? I think like if you can do this, like, why not just let it to where like the first two weapons that you upgrade, or 3 or 4, it just upgrades all of them. Because like I don't know, that's the first thing I think of whenever I see a system like this. Because like if all it takes is one like button, a click, just to do that, then why not just make it a universal level or like a universal like proficiency rather than applied to the weapon in the first place? I don't know.
시스템을 갖추고 있습니다.
Avoids redundancy.
플레이어는
Yeah.
무기 성장에 대한 부담감을 줄이고
Not to worry about weapon
상황과
growth.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
여러 무기를 선택할
Seems
수
like an
있습니다.
okay system.
Again, standing still.
무기 조합은 개인
there
전투에서도
it is.
유용한
I mean, every
시스템이
system's gonna be
She
different.
moved a little bit.
있습니다.
But
무기
at
조합은
what
기본
point,
전투에서
for me,
와우한
it's
시스템이지만
my only concern is at what point does that safe honing stop at? Because I don't want it to be like, oh, I can just max hone safely all the way through. There has to be some type of chance of failure, because without that, um, there's no risks, and there's no way for you to lose, if something goes wrong. And I think that's the whole point of the whole gamba of chancing it out and grinding for Osmond. I know, like, that's certain things that people like grief about a lot. Like, oh, you grind for weeks or months for X amount of mats to do this hone, and then it fails, and then it kind of discourages you from want to play the game anymore. Or just be upset at the game, which eventually will leave a sour taste in your mouth. So maybe they're just trying to avoid that, but I feel like that should stop at a certain point. You know what I mean? Like, there shouldn't be limitless. Obviously, hopefully they won't do that, but yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. Got a phone call.